Good morning, guys. I hope you're having a great day. And if you guys like what MSL does each morning and post market, please do like and subscribe to our channel. That would be great. So yesterday we had FOMC. We had the decision, right? It came in. It was pretty much a given, almost 75. And for the market, a lot of people were expecting a huge rally. Now in MSL, a lot of our traders caught these big moves. Congrats, you guys did amazing, right? Personally, I stayed on the sidelines. You guys know I'm very patient with my trades. Uh, but here, when we one thing that I want to talk about for managing, if you're buying before 2 o'clock, unless you have profits, okay, unless you have profits and you have your you have your numbers out and you've been trading for a while, I understand, you know things. But if you're a new trader who's been trading for a few months or less than 1 year, if you're buying before 2 o'clock, is nothing but a gamble in the market. All right, the reaction is not always to the upside or downside first. It depends. Right? Many people think it's just to the upside only and it goes down. No, it's to the downside also, and then it rips. It could be both ways. But there was somebody that I saw. They bought calls, but they got stopped out. Then after those same calls went up 100%. Right? That's going to screw you up psychologically and mentally. Wise to wait after, because we've been telling you guys, there's probably a rally in the cards, but just gotta be patient for that rally to come. You're not gonna nail the bottom all of a sudden. Oh, okay, I'm gonna nail the bottom here. Let the rally continue. You gotta watch data on the side and what's happening with the buys and sells, right? And then you can make a better decision. Just based on candlesticks alone, you may mark a bottom maybe one out of how many times, right? You might miss that trade, and then next time you're trying to do the same thing. And here, as this was a huge rip. Anyone caught this was definitely a huge rip. Congrats. I think there was somebody, Yash or LB, one of them were in it. Great. But above 3,800, there wasn't too much buying going on, right? Especially near 3820, they were lining up sells again. They took it above 3820, brought it right back, and 3775. Before even the FMC, this was one level that I did mention in the daytime that, hey, pay attention. This is a major pull for the day, all right. And what happened here? Nothing. Okay, so 3775. All right. Um, just read Albie's comment, and we came right around it. Okay, there's a lot of OI here, a lot of gamma here at this level, and now overnight I also did not buy it because if we look at this daily chart, if we look at this daily chart, there's nothing bullish about this chart. If you think this is a bottoming pattern, it's not. All right, that's not how a bottoming pattern comes after these big major gap downs. These gap downs were for a reason. They're not going to get covered so easily, right? Many people are still expecting the same rally that we got, and yes, the rally is in the cards, but you have to understand Van and Charm really why that rally may happen if it happens. And today, in the morning, we have SNB, Swiss National Bank. In 15 years, first time they bring out a rate hike. And what happens? The entire market is down now by a lot. So anybody that was in calls now, unless we recover today and we take our yesterday's high above 3,800, right? I hope it does, so your calls can keep some value, or else it's gone. So overnight, it's still tough. Unless you have profits, like I said, it's a different story. If you know what you're doing, you're managing your size. But in this market, if you're patient, you can make a lot of money, because when these downside moves happen, the reason I'm playing strong resistances is when these downside moves happen, puts go up by a lot, right? They go up with their delta and VIX goes up, so a lot more premium is added to them. All right, so that's something that you guys really need to understand. And so let's see. I'm still not looking for a bottoming pattern, to be honest. I'm still not looking for it, because if we break 3,700, forget the Vanna and Charm rally, right? We go further down towards maybe 3,600, 3,620. All right, and then obviously we do have the weekly moving average approaching on SPX. Keep that in mind as well. You guys can draw that. You guys all know how. But 3,700 is the most important level. If we break it, they will be forced to sell further down. All right. If we hold it, let's see. But so far, do we get a? We're opening right near the lows here, 3,700 ish. Do we rip up all day? I don't know. It's kind of iffy. I'm probably going to be looking to play downside today. Yep, I will be looking to play downside. I will be looking at data. I'll see how everything is lining up, and based on that, I'll make my decision. But for now, nothing completely flat is great. All right, so let's keep it in mind. And volatility triggers is at 4,000. So if we get anywhere close to 3,900, 4,000, I think that will be a good place to add some shorts, hopefully. And if we get to 4,200, that will be a gift. That's all I can say. All right, but for the coming months, the market, it's not a pretty picture. If you guys look at the whole macro level, what's happening in Europe, ECB, you guys are reading up news. across the countries, what's happening, it will make a lot more sense. The world is not really in about a pretty place right now for the next few months. And if you're patient, the next bull rally will be one of the most violent rallies we'll ever see. But you gotta be patient. It might start in 2023, maybe 2024. I have no idea, but gotta wait for that. And for now, Apple, Microsoft, Tesla, these are some of the holdings by SNB. I think somebody also posted in our group. Keep an eye on those. These plays, Apple, Microsoft, Tesla, they're big holdings from there. And if they start selling these equities, then these equities will have more trouble. If they don't go down, at least they will not be going up. They will be going sideways. All right, and then we see what happens. And Apple, by looking at the weekly chart, 110 seems even more likely now. All right, just by looking, like I hope we get some sort of bounce towards 140. We need it. We can't just go straight down, because then we don't get to play it, right? So as traders, that's what we want. We want this zone visit on Apple on the weekly. All right, and here, hopefully this will be like a bottoming pattern that I'm looking for on Apple. All right, so I'm still not in a rush. I did add in my first equity skill, one and only on Apple at 140. My next skill in is at 110. That's a long-term equity play. It's not a trade. It's an investment. Tesla, I'm still waiting. Excuse me, guys. My first skill in will be 500. Believe it or not, it's coming. And then my next skill in will be 300s. Chances it comes. All right. So 500s, I will do my first skill in, and then 300s will be my next skill in on Tesla. All right. I'll repeat that over and over, and then we'll see in a few months. Amazon also, huge put buys came in. Huge massive flow came in this name. And I think yesterday Rip was a chance to grab those, and we're down a lot. So let's see if we hold the lows or not here. I'm just going over weekly charts here. Google also splits coming at a very strong support level. The only thing I can see on Google, if we break 2100, if we break 2100 to the downside, then 2000 is not far. And if we hold above 2200 to the upside, then 2300, 2400 is possible. All right. So Google has a split. They might just hold this name, and let's see how this one will play out. No idea. JPM, I'm looking at more financial puts, guys. The picture for the financial world is definitely not pretty. If you guys are following the YCCC and the rates and the 2-year and the 10 years, the picture for financials is not pretty. I'm going to be looking to add some puts, maybe today, maybe next week. I'm just looking for a small support hold here. Let's see if they do. I hope we don't break lows and just continue lower. I really want to grab some puts on financials one more time. So I'll be looking at some flows here on JPM, maybe Goldman Sachs, maybe Bank of America. I'll see whichever gives me a better entry. I will look to buy. So Goldman Sachs is holding a little bit green on the weekly. Let's see. So I might take some financial puts and we'll go from there. But again, patience, managing your size is still winning, and you will win over and over. If you miss one good trade, that's fine, but I promise you, you'll miss more bad trades, and in the long run, it'll help you more. Be selective with your trades. I don't know why you're in a rush. Market was here 100 years ago. Market will be here after you die also. So